All right, so I'm gonna get started. The webinar is gonna be about free link building techniques. So how you get free links for your business. Free links usually on like Web 2.0s, on WordPress, social networks. Those are not the type of links that I'm gonna show you how to get. I'm gonna show you how to get links on different blogs and sites, either that accept blog posts or that your competitors have links on. So let's cut to the chase. If you're trying to find blogs to guest post on, guest posting is basically you write an article and then you send it to the editor of the blog, or you just email the blog and they give you access to their WordPress or whatever CMS they're using, and then you would enter and put in the article. Once you put in the article, you would link that way you'll from whatever blog you posted on, which is great for ranking, because that's how people rank on Google, basically with a bunch of links pointing back to their website. So let's get started. First method I like to use to get links would be to search in Google, and there's two ways you can do that. A lot of people don't know that there's a Google Advanced Search. Either don't know or they just forget that exists. If you go to google.com/advanced_search, I'm going to put that in the chat box. You can click it easy. If you go there, you can just type in what you're trying to look for. If it's exact words, any of these words are included. If you're trying to look for a price range, if you're trying to look for a bicycle or surfboard or whatever, you can put a price range and they'll just give you the products that are in that price range. You can also choose language, region, everything in here. If you're looking for images, you can choose, free to use or share. So that's easy to filter out whatever you're looking for through Google, instead of just going to google.com with one box and typing in and hopefully getting what you're looking for. So if anyone's interested and they want to send me their blog or niche in the chat box, I can show you how to get to find blogs with guest posts and how to guest post on. If not, I'm just going to show you an example website that I have. I'm not sure if it's up yet, but I have a website. Just made it for this tutorial: homemade air conditioners. Hey guys, for anyone who joined us right now, I just got started, so don't worry, you're missing a lot. So this is a sample website that I did just for the sake of this course. It has nothing on it really. It doesn't even have the right product. It's all just random content. But if I'm trying to find blogs to guest post on, and I'm obviously in a very targeted niche, which is homemade hair conditioners, all I have to do is just either use the Google Advanced Search, or I'll show you how to do it in Google. All I have to do is type in air conditioners, and then between parentheses you would type in guest post, or write guest post, and click enter. And here you can see I have a page on my same blog that's for people who want to write a guest post. Just to show you an example, so basically any site that has a guest post in the title, it's going to pop up here, and you can just go to that website, inviting guest posts from beauty and fashion bloggers. So like, for example, this website, click on it, and you'll go here, and they're inviting people to guest post. So all you have to do is just read what they say. You would give a maximum of 3 links per post. The links should not be affiliate links or pointing to some other site. Every blog has different rules, so just read through them real quick. You can send the guest post to this email. So all we have to do now is just copy this email and make sure to read the guidelines and email them saying that you're interested to guest post on their site, and then send them an article, and they would post it on their blog with a link back to your website. So in this case, I would write an article about homemade hair conditioners and how they're better than commercial hair conditioners because they don't have chemicals and people make them at home from fruits and stuff like that. And then I would send it to them, make sure they have a link back to my homemadehairconditioners.com. And once they post it, I'll just get a link from their blog. Simple as that. The more links you have to your site, pointing back to your site, the better your site's going to rank. You don't want to point all the links to the homepage. You want to point them to blog, to different pages, because you want to spread the link juice, as we call it. That's a very easy way to get guest posts. If you want to get more advanced and figure out if you can't find a lot here when you do that for your niche, another way would be instead of write guest post, you could put in an asterisk right here. What this means is Google's going to look for any website that's related to hair conditioners, and then this means there could be anything behind guest post. So it could be write guest post, contribute a guest post, become a guest, add a guest post, you know, just anything, any words that can be behind the word guest post. So it would increase your chances. For example, the way I would do it is write or contribute. Other people write contribute instead of guest post, so it would be contribute, and then put asterisks. I'll go through the list. There isn't a lot here. Let me find the more specific example. 1 second. Here we go. So I have a list of words that you can use in Google, which I'm going to post in the group chat. There's like, here we go. So, did you guys get the a post I just did in the group chat? Can you give me a 1 or just anything in the chat box so I know you got it? I'm not seeing anyone responding, but I'm just gonna type them into Word and I'll send them to you guys after the webinar. Let me open up Word. So examples of those would be like that. Submit a guest post, submit post, submit blog post. So you can do, if you put a, let's take this for example. So if you put an asterisk here, doesn't have to be an A in there. It could be submit, write, add, you know, whatever keywords come before it. So it doesn't have to be like the specific keyword. So it increases your chances of finding other guest posts in case you're not finding a lot on your homepage. I'm going to add a link to an article that has more details about that in the group chat. I hope you guys can see the group chat because I'm adding a lot of stuff in there. You can just copy and paste it. I see a few new people joined. Welcome to the webinar. I just started showing people how to get guest posts. You didn't miss a lot. I'm just in the first section. Right. So I want to post this link in the group chat. It's from the daily blog tips. You can see 3 smart Google search tips to hunt for guest posts. If you're new to the webinar, I'm just showing how to find blogs you can guest post on, so you can link build back to your website. I took an example of a website I made just for this webinar, homemade hair conditioners, and then I went into Google and I typed in hair conditioners between parentheses guest post. And you'll get a lot of blogs that accept guest posts, write guest posts, etc. Like write a guest post. That's the same site I'm using. Inviting guest posts. You can do it for any niche. Air conditioners, just any other niche that you have. Here's a list of stuff you can type into Google. All you have to do is just put in your niche right here. You would add in your niche after or before. It doesn't really matter. You wouldn't put parentheses between your niche, just guest bloggers wanted or become an author, because that tells Google to look for it in the title of the page and the URL as well. So here's a few you can just type into Google, and all you have to do is just add your niche. This will be easier. So be any of these plus your niche after it without parentheses. That's one way you can find blogs to guest post on for free, so you don't have to go and pay anyone. Some blogs will ask you, like you might type in hair conditioners, right, guest post, and then end up on this blog. And then you have to read the guidelines, and then you'll send them an email, and they'll send you back, okay, thank you for your response. For guest posting, we charge $50 for each guest post. At that point, it's just up to you if you think the $50 is worth it or not. If it's not worth it, then don't do it. You can just save the email in case you think you're gonna come back to it later, and then pay them $50 for the blog post. It's too detailed for me to go in right now to tell you which blog is worth it or not. But you can tell. An easy way to tell is if you go to the blog and see how recent their posts are. So if I go to this blog, home, and see how active they are. So February 6th, seems like they're active. They got 2 comments, so they have a few readers. They have a lot of ads on the site though, which is kind of iffy. I'm not sure if they're charging. Doesn't seem like they're charging. But anyways, if they're charging, just like go on the blog, figure out if they're active. Is it worth it? Is the blog good quality? Yes, then okay, cool. I'm gonna pay you $50 or whatever you think is worth. Some of them you can negotiate with, so they'll tell you like, oh, it's $50 for the blog post. You're like, okay, I'm on a blog post here a few times a week or once a week, maybe 5 times a month, whatever, how much time you have, and they'll probably give you a discount. They're just looking to make some extra cash. These guys, I wouldn't say they're charging because they have a lot of ads on the site. It's just, yeah. So that's one way you can find free blogs using the, we call these the Google operators. I have a link to that too. I'm going to post it in the